You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have subscribed to our channel for new story. Story title, The Fisherman's Wish. Once upon a time, in a small, run-down fishing hut by the sea, lived a fisherman and his wife. Each day, the fisherman would set out to the ocean, hoping to catch enough fish to sustain them. But their life was far from comfortable. One fateful day, while casting his line into the clear waters, he felt a strong tug. With great effort, he reeled in a massive flounder that spoke to him. "Please, fisherman, spare my life. I am not merely a fish, but an enchanted prince. What good would my death do you? Release me, and you shall not regret it." Surprised by the talking fish, the fisherman quickly agreed, reasoning that no good could come from keeping such a miraculous creature. He let the flounder go, watching it disappear into the depths, leaving behind a trail of blood. Upon returning home, his wife, upon hearing the story, chided him for not making a wish. "We live in squalor. Go back and ask for a cozy cottage," she demanded. Reluctantly, the fisherman returned to the shore, calling out to the flounder. Miraculously, the fish appeared, granted his wish. When he returned home, a charming cottage stood where their shack once was. His wife was overjoyed, but her happiness was short-lived. As days passed, the fisherman's wife grew discontent. The cottage, once a symbol of newfound wealth, now seemed too small, too ordinary. She sent her husband back to the sea, asking for a stone palace. The fisherman, though fearful of asking too much from the magical fish, complied. To his astonishment, his wife's wish was granted once again, but the palace was not enough. She then wished to be king, and then emperor, each wish granted by the benevolent flounder, each grant followed by a greater desire. With each return to the sea, the fisherman found the waters darker, the weather fiercer, as if nature itself disapproved of the greed consuming his wife. Yet, he could not deny her, for each wish brought a temporary gleam of satisfaction to her eyes, quickly replaced by a new, insatiable longing. At the zenith of her power, now an emperor with untold wealth and influence, the fisherman's wife looked to the heavens. Not content with ruling on earth, she wished to command the sun and moon, to control day and night according to her whim. The fisherman, distraught and fearing the worst, made his way to the now tumultuous sea, its waters black as night, the storm above reflecting the turmoil in his heart. He pleaded with the flounder for this final, impossible wish. The sea calmed, and in a voice both gentle and sad, the fish granted his request, not with the fulfillment of the wish, but with a return to their original state. "Go home," the fish said, "and you will find everything as it was before." The fisherman returned to find the palace gone, replaced by their old, humble hut. His wife, no longer adorned in lavish garments but in simple clothes, was waiting. At first, she raged against the loss of power and wealth, but as the days passed, she began to see the beauty in their simple life. The fishermen, too, found peace in the return to normalcy, their love for each other rekindled by the trials they had faced. They lived out their days in the small hut by the sea, fishing enough to sustain themselves, but never again did the fisherman cast his line in hope of catching the enchanted flounder. They learned that happiness is not found in wealth or power, but in contentment with one's lot in life. If you like this story, please give this video a like and comment below with your thoughts. See you in the next story.